So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
That's fine, yeah.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And it looks like the offense did get the football back, but it is clearly in that end zone, and it's going to be a safety. Well, I'm not totally privy to what went on with their offensive meetings, but, Charles, something tells me that one wasn't in the plan.
Yeah, when we had our production meeting, they didn't exactly share that with us, but I'm pretty sure that on the play sheet, the run backwards into your own end zone play was not written down.
Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take... charge, Kent. And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On 3rd down, Rivers. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Here's Drew Kaiser now as he's on to punt for L.A. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game. game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now. 3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now. 3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
To throw on second down, Rodgers. It's a loss of 7. And now it's third down. The Packers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back.
Let's go, come on. Zoom.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Oh, some strong running. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. It's a big play for the Pack on third. 45 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On first down, Rodgers. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And I think the ball's out. And this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Devontae Adams. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. Now Crosby for the point after. Crosby with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Crosby on now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Hey, go orange. Orange.
Rivers now on 2nd down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 36. And the young buck, the rookie, just racked up his first career interception.
And how about the scouting department? They've got to be very happy right now because in NFL parlance, he's a 3rd-day selection. Anyone after the 4th round, that's big-time scouting right there. And what a great play he just made.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
52's the mic, boys. 52. Here we go. 58.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Zoom. Yeah, Liz.
To throw is Rodgers. Looking to throw on 2nd down. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Chargers. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now, as they come up on 2nd and a couple.
Set. Green 90.
Back now at the StubHub Center in Carson. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Second down, Rivers. And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 34. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there. Now with his 3rd touchdown in his first ever NFL game. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Crosby on now to kick it away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
He's got his man. It's Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Rivers now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. A first down throw here for Rivers. And my goodness, another interception. Kevin King with a pick. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. Because if you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now they'll run it on the toss. Room here to run. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Where Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Rodgers now to throw on 2nd down. Looking deep for Adams. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And that one results in 35 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
That's fine, yeah. Let's go, team.
And they'll run it here. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Over.
They come out here in the eye.
No, check that. Oko, over here.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap.
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And picked up by the Chargers. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. 10. And he fights his way in for a Charger touchdown. How about that for a momentum swing? You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
319! 319!
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rodgers. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And to give this time to the tailback. Oh, what a move. And some room to run now. 9 yards on the carry there, but it'll be 4th down now.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Now the handoff comes to Gordon. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll be taken down at the 34. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, So special every year, week one. You had the fly over the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for Green Bay, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field.